What's up guys, this is Quante and welcome back to more Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, and we're going in the Perilous Passage, which again is another hard tempo level. Now, for some reason, I don't really think this is as bad as a tempo level as the one before it, simply just because I know I spent way more time in the World 5 temple than I did in this one. Because really all this one is just strictly memorization. Sort of like a really old NES game, sort of like Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden, you know. You gotta know what's coming, when it's coming, and you can execute your gameplay skills really well based off of that memorization. And that's how this level is, pretty much just like that, you know. You gotta know when the platforms are gonna fall and when to jump, what's coming, like these giant fiery saws and stuff like that, you know. It's not entirely the easiest task to do, but you gotta do it in order to get 100% of the game, so just make sure you're good at it, I guess. And yeah, so this level, I mean, like I said before, I don't find it as hard as the one before it, but I mean, like, the only reason that this one could even be hard, or I'd consider it hard, is because of these annoying bugs. Because just like any bug, you know, just like in real life, bugs are really annoying. Same thing in this game, you know, the bugs are just really always on your tail and in your face. And there's gonna be one bug in particular that's just gonna be all over you. This bug right here, I don't like him, because he's just gonna be following you around and going around in your face, and you sort of have to navigate Donkey Kong around him while you're on these springs. And this seems like a really difficult task to do, but it's not really that bad once you're used to it, and that's pretty much why I didn't find this level as hard as the one before it, because if you know what to do, it's really easy. I mean, that's sort of the same you could say with any tempo level in general, you know, it's not hard if you know what to do, but I mean, like, this one's really short, and it's not really that bad. So, we got our yellow orb, and we only have 2 more to go, baby. So, let's go on to the next world, the factory world, which is one of my personal favorites, just like it was in the first game. Mainly just because, you know, it's a different environment, you know, you couldn't imagine a giant gorilla going through a factory in real life, could you? Not really. And it sort of has a different take on it right at the beginning, you know. You'd expect the factory to be just like it was in the original Donkey Kong Country, but then they throw you in this place, which is sort of like a fogged up area. And if you look in the background, you can already see like another reference, you know, it's to the original arcade Donkey Kong Country yet again, you know. I mean, not arcade Donkey Kong Country, the arcade Donkey Kong game, the one where you play as Mario and you're climbing up the structure and stuff like that, you know, that was sort of a homage to that. But there's also another one, you know, like later on in the level you can also see the Mr. Game & Watch with a hammer just hammering away at something like he's in construction and stuff like that, so it's really cool. Well, there he is right now, you know, he's building something and he's actually making things happen. I don't know what he's trying to build, but he was there, you know. There's a lot of really random references throughout this game, like I've said at least like 5 or 6 times before. You just gotta look out for them. But in this one in particular, because I mean, like, there's fog everywhere and you wouldn't expect to see something like that unless you're really on the lookout, you know. So, just gotta keep a good eye out for things. But the scenery changes like a bunch, like now there's just cogs everywhere. And I've never really noticed how much the scenery changes like myself, but it does. So, that's why I like Donkey Kong Country Returns. And I guess like that's another reason why they're making the 3DS version. I just wish that they were making like a brand new one, you know, that would satisfy me more than making the 3D version. Because in my opinion, the 3D version really isn't needed. As long as they were making a new game, and they were making it in the same style as this one, you know, that would still be taking full advantage of the 3D. So it really wouldn't matter either way, it'd still be like immersing you into the game and stuff. But one thing that I think this game is missing is really like something I guess a lot of people probably complained about, and that's having online co-op. Because like, I know this game has co-op and you can play as Diddy Kong at the same time you can play as Donkey Kong. It's not like taking turns like it was in the old games. But something I really would have enjoyed is having online play. Because really, like, I didn't really get to enjoy this game with a friend, you know. Most of my friends really didn't want to play this game when I first got it. It wasn't like New Super Mario Bros. Wii where I had all these people playing it and stuff like that. Like, with this game, I really didn't have anyone skilled to play with me, you know, on that same level of gameplay to make it really fun and not having to wait on someone constantly having them die. Because you do share lives in this game, you know, it's not like New Super Mario Bros. Where the lives are separate, you know. If your second player dies, that takes out of your life share too, so just be mindful of that. But it really would have been nice to have, like, you know, online co-op, because I mean, like, I can't tell you how fun it would be to, like, play this game with, like, someone in Boogaloo Shrimp or something that had this game, like the Black Guy Gamer, since I mentioned him so many times in this LP, and said Fat Log and all that stuff, you know. Would have been really nice to play this game with him or something like that, and it really would have been fun. And I mean, like, they've had chances to put online in games now, like, again, I'm going to use New Super Mario Bros. U as an example, you know. That would have been a really fun game to play, like, with the other Boogaloo Shrimp people, because, like, you know, it just would have been really fun to do. But, oh, I just entered a bonus game. Well, time to die. Prepare to die! Yeah, I'm not even going to try it. That would have been a good chance to get banana coins, but it's not really needed. But something I guess I should address about all the factory levels in the game is that, well, not all of them, but most of them, is that they have like a random hidden switch inside of them, and you have to hit this switch in order to, like, basically finish the world, actually. Like, if you don't find any of the switches, you're really just not going to finish the world, because it powers up a rocket, and the rocket's not going to get powered up unless you hit every switch that's hidden. So, I mean, like, you gotta make sure you look out for those. I don't think there's any in this level in particular, but I mean, like, towards the end of this world, because it's actually shorter than World 6's, I think. You're gonna have to look out for them and make sure that you find them. Usually they're just in hidden areas, like you'll see like cracks in the floor and then you ground pound them and then it'll take you to the hidden area. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And they're not really too hard to find, but you gotta make sure that you look out for them just in case, because you're gonna have to go back and find them anyway if you miss them, because I think it's required. Can't remember if it's not required or not, but I mean, like, you know, just go ahead and do it anyway, why don't you? So, let's go to the next one, and I can't really remember what it is, just to be completely honest. Well, let's go to Cranky Kong first, why don't we? We finally get to see, you know, myself buying the key again, with no recording problems in the process, because that usually happens, like me recording an entire segment of the game and me already buying Cranky Kong's key, but we get to see it again, so, I don't know. I've had so many problems in this LP with recording, though, since I've made the big switch and all that, but, you know, I'm getting used to recording with my Dazzle and stuff like that, and the new recording software that I've been using, so it shouldn't be all too bad. But Handy Hazards, this is one of my favorite levels, I guess, in the factory world, that is, because it's just so unique. You know, all these hands, like, hitting each other and making things happen, creating platforms for you. It's just a really cool level, a really cool concept in general, and I gotta get down to that K. Okay, we got the K. Okay. See? Okay. Alright, and it's cool how you see those little robots back there operating the hands. It's really awesome. You know, the hands are carrying the barrels. It's just a really great concept. And now we have these chickens that we can just throw. Haven't you ever wanted to do that? I mean, just get a chicken and then throw it. How cool would that be? I mean, of course it would probably fly, but still. I don't know. I think chickens are weird creatures in actuality. Like, if you just see, like, a chicken in real life, I really just don't like chickens. I love eating them, but, like, seeing a chicken in real life, like, they're just weird animals in general. Like, I've seen people do some pretty weird things with chickens, like putting them to sleep instantly by, like, tucking the head behind the wing and just flailing it around, and then the chicken just instantly falls asleep. And it's just, they're really creepy. I don't really like chickens in real life, but fried chicken now, fried chicken and Kool-Aid, that's my thing, but not real chickens. Real chickens can go die and then get added to my stew, and that was just not good timing at all. It was me rushing again. I don't like rushing. Actually, I do. That's what I do in all platformers. What am I talking about? I'm just really stupid. But at least let's get off of the tangent about chickens, because chickens are weird. And, well, let's finish this level. I almost died because I actually didn't know what I was talking about. But this segment here, well, Donkey Kong sticks his head out of the barrel, so it's really not hard to tell where he's gonna be at the end of the level anyway. But I think that we can do at least one more level and get this weird commentary over with, because I really don't know where it's been going. I sort of have those off episodes where I just say the completely most random things, and I have no idea why. Like, I don't get why, and it usually happens when I record consecutively, like, because I'm so not used to doing it. Usually what I do when I'm recording is that I'll record like one day, and then that'll be that day's episode, and then so on, you know. But when I record consecutively, it's sort of like, okay, the first episode I record I'll be satisfied with, then the next one it'll just be like, what the heck was I talking about, and why did I say that in that sort of order? Like, my grammar will be completely off, and I'll just not even acknowledge it for some reason. But whatever, you know, that's just the way things go, and I can't make everything perfect, so at least I'll have those off moments. But this Gear Gateway place, it's not really too easy, because they're going to be throwing a lot of rocket barrel levels at us towards the end of the game, and I really don't like that too much, because I'm not really that good at them. But, I mean, it's something you gotta deal with. Like that, you know, that sort of was completely out of my control. I don't know how I would have gotten away from that either, because that thing came down so fast. But I just wanted that letter. That was what I was more focused on, and I guess that's sort of their way of tricking you, you know. You get focused on getting the letters, and then you die. So, I gotta be mindful of that. But at least I got it this time. That was really easy. I don't know how I died the last time. Unless that's not where I died, and I'm just really stupid. No, that was where I died, because there's another checkpoint. And you just gotta be careful at that part right there, because you can end up getting hit without even realizing it. Because just like right there, it doesn't seem like you're gonna hit it, but you always do. And it's hard to estimate where Donkey Kong's like gonna touch things, because like the slightest touch of whatever is just gonna blow up the rocket barrel. You gotta be careful. Like, I don't even know why I was flying that high up to begin with. I mean, the only thing I should be worried about is letters. Puzzle pieces really don't matter, but if you're going for an all puzzle piece run, yeah, but I don't know anyone who's ever done that. And I don't know of anyone who hasn't used squawks to get all of them. I commend you greatly if you've used, like, just sheer wit just to get all of them, but other than that, I really don't know. And I don't even know if wit was the right word to use right there. That's not wittiness. I'm stupid. Why am I saying things that just don't make any sense at all? I am really just the most retarded person, I swear. I don't... This recording is just going all downhill. I don't really know. But hey, I'm just gonna stick with it, you know? I think I could do Cog Jog, but maybe I should hold out on it. I'm probably stalling right now anyway. I'm just gonna end the recording. You know, I'm just gonna save you the trouble of ever having to watch this episode again. So yeah, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, hopefully we won't have all this rambling going on, and we'll finish off World 7. So see you guys then.